Hi everyone, welcome back to Farm Sim. Here we are, and we have a new map. I thought it was about time, although I'm enjoying that basic map we've been playing, the Goldcrest Valley. I thought it was time to do something a little bit different, mix it up a little bit. We did threaten to do it previously now that we got all the animals going. I still have that save game, so we can always drop back in on that farm every so often. But I picked up this one. It is the Old Stream Farm version 2. It's a very small map, as you can see. I'm just down here, and we have our farm here. We've got the various villages around here, but everything's in compact, and the fields are very small and compact, which will allow us to use smaller equipment, and it will make the progress a lot more fluid, and it will feel like we're actually making progress rather than spending a whole episode ploughing a field. If you have a look at the fields, there are some large fields, but predominantly they're mostly quite small and manageable. The roads are all this kind of roads, lanes and stuff, and it's kind of set in the... Oh, it's very French. It's very French indeed. It's very much got the vibe of like a little farms and villages in Normandy. And the author's gone to a lot of trouble. Look, it's quite pretty. It's quite pretty. He's also put gold nuggets in the game, and I have collected 99 of them. And I have found the 100th, which is there. So I just thought I'd show you me collecting the 100th. Yeah, there's the map. It's quite small, but that as I said, that should aid us. Let's just collect this 100th one. You have found all golden nuggets. Your remarkable find nets you 1 million. There we go. There's £1 million that we've just earned, which is great. Now you both think, well, that's a bit cheaty. But yes, it is. But I also thought that would be a good way to learn the map as well by running around. Look at that. The seaweeds. Or it's not really seaweed if it's in a river, is it? But you know what I mean. So if we hop over to the farm, here we are. And I'll show you around. I'll take you all the way from the main part. And we'll work our way back. There's a lot of detail in this. This is a lot of detail. So there's a bit of the village over there. And you can see what I mean about the fields. They're not massive. They're easily workable quite quickly. We've got obviously a little manger over there. So this is the farm entrance. And it's classical French with the kind of the opening in the large workway there, and you always have like a courtyard. I've taken out the car or the pickup truck just to check out some things as well. So we've got a large storage area here, which is pretty cool. We come into here, and what is really nice is that the doors, they open and close. We've got a little workshop here. We can probably open this door, can we? Yeah. Nice. We'll get this one closed. You're just using left and right mouse buttons to close the doors. So we've got a little workshop over here where we can look to direct selling and customization of vehicles, so that's pretty neat. We've got a lot of basics already for us, and there we go. Blacksheep Modding, cool. Boom, well done Blacksheep Modding. This is a very, very nice map. So we have a little storage area here. We do have the drop-off zone, so I'm not sure exactly what this could be used for. Is this like a fuel? I think this is the fuel, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so that's a refueling point. You have a basketball here. Boop. Yeah! Oh, first time! Get in. We have a washing machine, or a washer, so we can clean our undies and our dirty t-shirts. That'll please the missus, no amount. There we go. Got a water bit there, we've got the barbecue, we've got some boxes and bits and bobs. I'm guessing actually this opens... Yeah, that opens holding down the left mouse, closes with the right mouse. Really nice, really nice. We have ourselves a little JCB skidster with a bale fork at the moment, which is pretty good. We've got some bags of seeds, nitrates and fertilizers. We have a cultivator. We have ourselves the Great Plains 3P106NT seeder. Awesome. Got a little water container there. We've got our little allotment. So we've got some cabbages, we've got some peas, we've got some peas. They might be beans then. We've got some sunflowers growing. So that's pretty cool. A nice little allotment there. obviously we got the main gate here for the big equipment, and we got a dirt track leading round to the village, which is pretty cool. Private property, no trespassing. There we go. I couldn't close the gate. It wasn't strong enough for a moment. That's pretty cool. We got ourselves a hayloft. We can come up on there. So hayloft storage, and this looks to be the cows. I'm guessing, is this the cows? This probably is a cow field, which we can dump in there. Good stuff. We obviously got another track leading out to some fields back here. We got some silos. We got the bucket there. We've got a dirty old New Holland tractor, like those old style tractors. Large barn here. We can open this door and have a look in. It's got a pump there. It's like a silage pump. I think this is probably... Oh, look at these. They've got little water feeders. Look at that. That's pretty neat, isn't it? This could be... Is this cows? I don't know. This is obviously an... Oh, no, this could be pigs. This is pigs, isn't it? That's a pig shelter. Ah, so this is the pig area. Nice. This is, see the detail. It hasn't used the standard little Nissan huts. He's made a little, like farmers do. Pallets, some poles, and a bit of tarpauling. You've got yourself a little pig hut there. Lovely. So this is the pigs. More silage and storage areas. We've got a fuel tank up there for some reason. And a wheel. That could be dangerous if that fell off. We got ourselves a New Holland TC5.90 combine, which is pretty sweet. It's quite a nice big combine as well. It's probably ample for what we need on these size fields. Over here we have more storage space. We've got manure silage storage. See, that's a large field at the back there. And I'm not sure what that big brown thing is over there. It's probably a big old shed or something. We've got our wood storage area. Can we go up the ladder? No, we can't go up this ladder. More cans of gas and elf oils and stuff. So you can tell it's French because it's got the old... Elf is very much a French company, isn't it? So, and this must be the cows. So this is the cows coming up. We've got the water trough here. And what he's like, he's done this. He's used these for arrows to point rather than to mark out the complete area. So this is where we got the feed manger over there. So this is the back of the cows. We can also fill up the straw. We've got what looks to be probably the silage there. We've got a case and a little trailer. We can go in to the cow shed. So obviously we'll come in here to muck out. And here we have the cows. And this is obviously the milking parlour. Can we come through here? Yeah, does the taps work? No, that's probably a step too far. Oh, that works. How do I switch it off? Oh god. I should have done that. Right, I've switched something on. We've got a button over here. That switches something on as well. Well, we're not dead, so it can't have been a bad thing. We've got a Lile Luna, one of those back scratches for cows. And we come in here. Oh, I'm stuck on the door. We come in here, and we've got our milking parlour. Look at this. Oh, we could have just come through here. Oh, okay, fine. So that's the cow setup. That is pretty nice. Oh, look at that. Can you see the kind of... Oh, it's the lights we switched on. Oh, I see. I see. Is this the lights? Right. Yes, they're the lights. I'm not sure what the other thing was. That's probably switching the machine on. Nice. We've got a target of opportunity. I don't know what that is. That's... got some bits and bobs here. Some pesticide storage, which is pretty cool. And we got a little... This is where the chickens lay their eggs. Oh, there we go. Collect the chickens. It's got a very organic feel to this farm. I quite like it. I quite like it. Well, I like it a lot, actually. That's why I'm going to be playing it. And that's basically the rundown on the main part of the farm. So we got... I'm not sure where the sheep are, actually. The sheep are probably just in the fields. But Yeah, the pigs and the cows are actually at the main farm, which I like. I don't really like having separate farms. I know, you know, a lot of farms do that. They split it up a bit. But I do like having everything on the main farmyard. It's kind of my thing. I like that. Okay, and we just got to... There were the cupboards, were they? Good. Right, so that is the farm. Pretty much in a nutshell. So, what do we got to do today? Well, before we go on, let's show what we have in terms of points of interest. So, we have a biogas plant, and that's over the ways. We have a grain and a straw cellar. Well, this basically sells everything. We got Staten Sawmill, which is after wood chips. I think, do they take logs as well? No, just wood chips. And we've got the artisan who does milk, wool and eggs. Obviously, he's got the sale point for wool there. The milk is automatically collected, and we can drop the eggs off at the artisans as well. Awesome! Cool, right. So, let's have a look what fields we own. Beep, 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 beep. So we own... So these are grass fields. So we own field 1, which is outside our front door. And... Hang on, if I get to the right... Right, so we got... Gate 1 was outside our front door. This is what I wanted to do. Oh, look at this. So field 9, look, it's just a strip there. That's how tiny some of these are. So 1 is... Well, it's waiting to be cultivated, isn't it? So, there's nothing in there. I'm just trying to see if we've got any fields that are ready to harvest. No, they're not our fields. So, that's fine. Okay. I'm tempted to have a look at... 4 is cultivated. So 1 needs to be cultivated. Oh, actually, hang on. Does it need to be ploughed? Yes, it does. Everything needs to be ploughed. Do we own a plough, I hear you ask? Let's have a look. No. We'll go through our equipment. We have a New Holland 8340, which I do like those tractors. The Case 1455, which is quite pricey on maintenance. We've got some front-loaded gear. We've got the little front-loader JCB 260, and we've got that. Okay. Hang on. We've got more than that. Oh, there we go. It wasn't scrolling. We got the Bratner E8041 trailer. We've got the Kuhn Cultimer L300. The Great Plains 3P100 6NT. Whatever. Ah, it's a bee. I think that's a bee house up the top of the hill. That brown thing I saw. We've got a small shack, and we've got that. Good. Right. So the first thing we need to do is buy shop. We need to buy a plough. Let's just get this Stalford. That's 1300. Sorry, 13,000. £10 a day, and is a 2 meter width. It's a 3 meter width. You might as well get the cheaper one. Yeah, let's buy that for now. You know, we've got quite small fields, so it'll probably be okay. What was that? That's required 180 brake horsepower, 120, 85. What are our tractors? We have 125, 145. Okay. Just wanted to check that. So we can do those two. We can't do that one. Let's get the cheap one then. Let's buy that. Yes, we got £1 million, so £1 million. That's great. Right, I'm going to hop over into this and go and collect that. It's going to be a bit of a drive. So what I'll do, I'll probably skip on until we get there, and we'll bring it back to base. So I'll see you in a little while. Hi everyone, welcome back. Here we are. We're just coming into the sale point here, and there's our plough waiting for us. It's literally just down the road. Actually, we could have driven it. It takes literally 2 minutes. We'll drive on the way back, so I'll show you the some of the countryside. It's actually, it really is a lovely little map. This one, good for those of us who don't have all the time in the world. Good. Right. Let's check out our new plough. It's got a wheel on the back. Don't know much about plows, but it's a pretty nice one. Salford, yes, like it. Good. Somehow the wheels are already mucky on the tractor, even though we've just stayed on the road, so I don't know what that says about French roads. Everyone's out. Look at it, big high curbstones. We've got a little shrine on the corner of the road here. Yeah, it's really pretty. Really pretty. Really does have that rural French feel about it. And there's our farm just over there. It's literally around the corner. How good is that? Right, so this is field 1. Where's best to start getting this work done? See, they're not tiny fields, but they are smaller than we're used to, right? Is this all collidable? It's going to make a bit of a challenge if it is, right? Let's drop that down. Let's get some ploughing done. We did ploughing last time actually, but yeah, we might as well get these fields ploughed as they require it. Otherwise, we won't be getting the good stuff that we need, the level of yield. Oh yeah, we dropped straight off into a little ditch here. This is a bit of a challenge. Right, we might have to do this section a little bit first before we continue, so we can get ourselves a little bit of headland at this edge of the field, so we don't have to keep driving into the little stream there. It's quite a pretty little stream, isn't it? With all the reeds and lilies and probably frogs. I've just noticed something. This isn't a reversible plough, is it? So it's kind of as is. I'm making a bit of a meal of this, I really am. But it's been a while since I've been in the tractors. As I say, it's been a couple of weeks since we've done any farming, so yeah, it's going to take a while to get back to the usual habit. Oh, it feels unnatural doing it like this, but there we go. It's not quite right. Bit of a wiggle on. But essentially it's just so we can have a little bit of headland. We'll obviously be clipping that when we do the main bit of ploughing. Right. We'll do one strip back and then we'll continue on our plough. So what we'll do, because we can't rotate this plough as far as I'm aware, we'll obviously go up one side of the field, down the other side of the field. Oh my goodness, look at the state of that. That's horrendous. Missed a little bit there, but that doesn't matter. Right. So the idea is we'll back this into the river. And then swing it round here. So we'll go down this side and up the other side. Good. Okay, we kind of got this back. Kind of remembered how the basics work. Yeah, we'll get the fields ploughed when we can, when they're not being used, because obviously they're marked down as requiring a plough, and the yield does very much depend on the quality of the soil these days as well, which is great. Adds that extra dimension to the gameplay. So the primary goal for this will obviously get the animals up and running again. We're going to have a nice little animal, I was going to say little, yeah, animal farm, but for some reason that sounded a bit weird to me. I'm not going to go into why. So yeah, we're going to get the animals going. That's primarily what we'd like to do. Get the old dairy going, get the pigs going, get the sheep going. Because wool does sell very well. And we'll do the farming for the fields and stuff as and when. Let's just get that little bit. There we go. But yeah, it's going to be a smaller farm, and hopefully they'll. Obviously, it's a change of scenery as well. The change of scenery is always, you know, good to refresh things up, isn't it? Even though we left the last farm ploughing, and now we're doing ploughing on this one as well. But you know, there will always be ploughing required. It's a statutory action required in most farming practices. Right. These are... I'm just going to do something for science to see if these are collidable. Yeah, they are. Damn. Good stuff. Right. Well, I've got a bit of ploughing ahead of me, and I don't suppose you want to watch another episode of me just ploughing away. So what do you think of the map? I love it. I think it's a beautiful little thing. Obviously, we've got some of the old favourite maps coming back onto Farm Sim 17, like Culver Park Farm, Sandy Bay, and all those ones. And you know, they are brilliant. And we played them in Farm Sim 15. They are gorgeously decorated, but they are pretty much they're very large farms, so they're great for multiplayer. Because obviously there's plenty of room for people to drive around, different fields to work on. But for a single player game, they can be, if you're only casual like I am at the moment, you know, only casually into Farm Sim, when you just fancy it and you know you're not going to be playing it every week, for example, then they are a bit large and unmanageable to do by a single player. A little map like this is just charming. It's absolutely charming. It kind of reminds me a little bit of, you know, the fun we had on Glenmalure on Farm Sim 13, was it? All that time ago, on the Irish farm. It was a smallish map. It was quite big actually in some places, but oh, wonderful map, wonderful detailed map, and I'm getting the same kind of vibes from this one. There's obviously a lot of love gone into this map, and I'm digging it. I really am. I'm literally digging it with a plough. I'll leave the comedy to somebody else. So yeah, I'm going to be doing some work on this map now. We're gonna leave the Goldcrest map for now. We may pop back every so often if I fancy doing something on there, but you know, I think we did what we wanted to do. We got all the animals up and running, didn't we? We got the cows working, we got the pigs working, got the sheep going. Everything was going grand on that. And I felt the need on that map to, you know, show off some of the big and mean-looking equipment, and that, which is fine. But sometimes it's nice to just have the old stuff, you know, the start. Not, I don't want to call it starter equipment. It's kind of the smaller, more simpler bunch of kit, and sometimes that kind of makes me, I don't know. It kind of links in a lot better with my memories of being a kid watching farmers in the fields when I was younger. Obviously, because this is old equipment stuff now. All the high-tech gizmos weren't really around when I was a kid, you know. Well, I'm 37 now, so yeah, you do the maths. So I do like the simpler kind of old-style farming. I'm not talking horse and cart and, you know, horse-drawn plough or anything like that, but just, you know, the smaller tractors. It's like the New Hollands, or they're branded Fords in the UK. Those kind of tractors. Those were the big beasts and the fancy stuff when I was a kid, and I used to like farming. I still like farming, but you know what I mean. I used to be into it when I had my toys and stuff like that. I used to have a little farm set. Yeah. So this is a kind of level of farming I like. I don't really like the super duper big stuff with all the fancy gizmos and the whirling things. You know, it's all right to check it out and have a play around, but yeah, I like the simple stuff. Simple stuff for a simple man, that's what I say. And that's me all over. So yeah, this is the stuff I dig. Not gonna do that joke. That was just literally how it came out. Right, I'll probably leave it there, guys, because you've probably seen enough ploughing now. Although look at the scenery, isn't it gorgeous? Little French villages. Also went to Normandy last summer, driving a lot around the North French countryside. Very much like this. Absolutely gorgeous part of the world. Yeah, if you ever get the chance to go to Normandy, I would thoroughly recommend it. Or go to France. France is a massive country, and it can differ quite a lot from north to south. And well worth checking out if you ever got the opportunity. And if you're a bit of a history nerd like me, then Normandy is just full of good stuff. From obviously the everyone knows about obviously D-Day and the that kind of operations around that. So there's loads of stuff to go and see about. But they've got loads of medieval villages and medieval towns. It's lovely, absolutely lovely, and it's incredibly quiet. Incredibly quiet, even the roads. So if you're from the UK or around, you know, a neighbouring country, just jump in the car and go, because the roads are just so quiet. Okay, right. I am going to leave it there this time. Thanks for watching. What do you think? Let me know what you think of the new map. I'm quite excited about it. Hopefully you will be enjoying it as well. Yeah. And any other thoughts and feelings, please feel free to leave in the comments section. So I'll leave it there, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. And until next time, au revoir.